What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. In this video I'm going to be separating this clutch. This is Shelby and Stitch's clutch, the first clutch. They're right around 5 weeks now, so they're getting a little bit too big for the same bin. I had a female here that I was growing out. I went here and upgraded her to the pen outside, so we might be getting eggs from her soon if it's not too late in the season for them to breed. I have her out there with Stitch as well. She's a hybrid, he's a hybrid. So we're looking for a high percentage hybrids in that clutch when they breed. And she's possible had Wiblet and Zero as well. So looking for more dragons similar to these. This female right here is still right here. She's growing out as well. When she gets a little bit bigger, I'm going to be putting her with Hellcat, the genetic stripe, hypotrans genetic stripe. She's a hypo leatherback. She's looking at my hand. She's ready to eat. I had a female here that I have in with Hellcat right now. I'm actually gonna probably take this female to this male when they get ready. I kept people asking about how I keep my dragons. For babies, keep babies and grow outs. I keep them in these bins like this in a rack system. I have a 10.0 light bulb right here. In some of the cages I have heat lamps, and some of them I don't. When they're very, very young, I use the heat lamps because they need to digest a little bit faster because they're eating more. As adults or semi-adults, I don't put any heat. It's hot enough in the garage for them to digest. As you can see, they have a good amount of poop in here, so they're digesting just fine. So the important thing on here is just the UVB light. It's a high quality. It's a 10.0 high output. It's a new T5s or T8, whatever the smaller one is. I have those, and I'm using Arcadia, which is one of the higher brands. I occasionally use Reptison if I don't have the correct size Arcadia. This Arcadia that I use, 54 watts, D3 reptile light, and it's a T5. T5 is a smaller one. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and separate these. This cage is all cleaned out. I'm gonna probably put everybody over here for now, clean this cage out, and then put the remainder back over here. Probably put most of the visual stuff in this one, and then keep the non-visual stuff over here, just to give them some more space to grow out. I will be taking these guys to the reptile show in September in Anaheim, California. So you guys, if you're in the area, please come visit me. Come check me out, meet me in person. You don't have to purchase anything. Just let me know you subscribe and you'll be watching my videos. I'd like to get to meet you in person. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and set that up. And I'm gonna show you guys later in this video how I keep adults if I keep them indoors. I'm trying to keep all my adults outdoors, but if I keep them indoors, they're similar to cages like that that I have over there. I'll show you guys. I have some whiplets in it, but I'll show you guys how I have that set up. It's pretty much similar. It has a heat lamp. Actually, I'll go over there right now. The cage is dirty. I gotta clean it anyway. But I'm just gonna show you the setup. This is a 4-foot cage. I made these a little bit shorter to increase the UVB output to the animals. It's 4 foot long, 2 feet deep, and 12 inches tall. And here I have this is one of my first cages, so it has the T8 light. And then it has a ceramic fixture for the heat bulb. And you see there's no heat bulb in there because it's hot enough in this garage. You can see all the poop in here. The heat lamp is usually for digestion. They have enough heat that they're digesting just fine. Sometimes they even in here with their mouth open, and they're doing just fine. So that's why a subscriber wanted me to discuss how I keep my animals. I don't really want to discuss how I keep mine because what I do might not work for other people. I've been doing this for a very long time, so I know how to watch the animals and change things to match their body language. Like if I had a heat lamp in here, it'd be totally too hot for them. It'll cause them to have diarrhea because they're they're digesting too fast. So they eat, digest super fast. They don't take any of the nutrients, and they dehydrate them. So I don't keep a heat lamp in these ones, just a UVB. My garage is warm enough for them to properly digest. Unless they're super small, like I said, they eat a lot anyway. Then I put a heat lamp because they're gonna bask more. But for these ones, they're in an enclosed enclosure. It does have vent on the back, but it still holds a lot of heat. So just a UVB light in there, and on top of the radiant heat in the garage, they're digesting just fine, eating well, and growing nicely without the heat bulb in there. Like I said, if I put the heat bulb in there, it's gonna cause them to digest faster, not taking as much nutrients, so they'll start looking dehydrated. You look by the hip bones will start poking out, and stuff like that. So, like I said, that's how I keep mine. You don't have to keep yours that way. I like to keep my bearded dragons minimalistic as far as substrate and stuff like that. These ones have paper towels in it, so does the bins on the other side of the room. And that's easy for easy cleanup. All I have to do is ball up all that stuff, spray the cage down, wipe the cage down, replace the paper towel in the egg crates, and the cage is set. Same thing over here. For my dragons, I have some of these on pellets. It's my first time trying the pellets. These are these critter pellets here. It's my first time. It's my first bag ever buying. I actually bought 2 bags at the same time, but it's critter country ultimate bedding for nature's harvest for reptiles and all furry critters. I don't have any complaints for it so far. It actually clumps up the poop, so it's easy to clean out. But I'm only keeping it on the bigger dragons. I'm not keeping it on the baby dragons. She's pretty big. She'll be probably 3 more months. She'll be ready to breed, and I'm gonna take her to this male. She's a hypo leatherback. It's a nice color, and he's a citrus hypo trans. So every baby will be hypo. She's possible head trans, so some of them will be head trans if she proves out. But for now, I'm gonna take all these guys out, put them over here, and then clean this cage out. Take the newspaper out, take the paper towel out, egg crates out, spray it down, wipe it down, replace the egg crates and the paper towel with new product, and put the normal ones, or the normal looking ones over here with all the visuals in the middle. So I'm gonna do that real fast, and then I'll cut the camera back on once I get to sorting them. Alright, so I got the cage cleaned out, and I'm gonna go over the full setup again. I have the paper towel on the bottom. That's for easy cleanup. Sometimes they poop on the side as well, but most of the time it's on the paper towel. Then I have the egg crates. That's for climbing, for them to have something to climb on, and also for them to hide away from the light if they want to get away out of the light. If you ever been herping out in the field looking for reptiles or anything like that in the midday, you're not gonna see any animals out, so they're not getting any UVB at that time. So you want to have a good UVB, but you also want them to have a way to get out of the UVB so that they're not absorbing it 100% of the time, because that's not the case in the wild. Let's see. So they can go under there and hide. They can come out and bask in the light. This is actually not hooked up right now. I took the light out because it was getting too hot for them. So they were getting past that age. So I took the light bulb out. And as you can see, they're growing nicely. This guy's about 4 weeks. A lot of them going through sheds. Nice and strong. And they're getting that natural UVB when I take them outside to bask, as you've seen in some of my videos. They're basking out there and also getting moisture from the water. I think not this video, but the video before, I did a slideshow on things you guys want me to speak about, and someone was asking how do I keep my animals and what's the benefit of it. The benefit of this type of setup is it's easy for me to clean up, so it's more likely for me to clean up. If it was harder for me to clean up, I'd be less likely to do it as often. That's with anybody. If it's easier to do, you're more likely to do it. So, yeah, paper towel on the bottom. Easy to buy, easy to throw away, and easy to clean up. I got a full bowl right here. I keep it full. This is dubia that they're eating right now. Dubia is probably the #1 most nutritious bug that you can feed them. There's other stuff that's good as well for calcium, like silkworms and black soldier fly larvae. But I found that with black soldier fly larvae, some of my dragons don't digest them fully. I don't know if they eat too many or what, but I see it in the poop most of the time. So I feed those as well, but not as often as I do dubia. When I feed dubia, sometimes I see, in adults, I see the wings, stuff like that. But look at this little guy. Want to get it some food. And then I have greens here. This is some leaves from the spring mix. I pick out certain leaves out of the spring mix for them. The other ones I give to the dubia. The spinach and stuff like that I give to the dubia because spinach can be calcium binding. So I try not to feed that much spinach. So I pick out the greens that I want to give them and put it in here. And if you guys see from some of my videos, some of my dragons are eating vegetables probably 2 days old. So I always offer the greens from day one. And as I said in multiple videos, that once one of them sees that another one was eating it, and then it's like monkey see, monkey do, and then a bunch of them start eating the greens. So that's why I do it that way. I'm gonna go ahead and start separating so we can get these guys growing a little bit faster, so they'll be ready for this show that's coming up in September. Be nice and big and strong. So I put this guy right there. That little one. Like I said, I'm gonna keep most of the visuals and higher looking stuff in this cage or this tub. Oh yeah, I didn't finish saying, but I use the egg crates for them to climb on because it's giving like different structures to actually, because they like to climb. You can put branches in their cages as well if you're gonna use that type of cage, but if you put a branch in here, eventually they're gonna start jumping out. So I just use the egg crates to give them something to work their muscles out, something that's not just flat ground. Look at this little one starting to color up nicely, and not just a probable head. But look at the nice structure on it. Thick tail base, nice legs, toes, good head shape. And they're just pretty much a normal until you prove it out. Nice little baby. This one right here, get some type of weird look going on with it. Like it's in a shed, but it looks different. It's like grayed out on the top of the eyes and stuff. We'll keep that one in here. Here go another one. This one's a trans, starting to color up. And these are 1/8 barbata, meaning that the father is 1/4, 1/4. A nice little leatherback genetic stripe. Just shed his body, his head still peeling. Two, three, four, five, six. That's 6 right there. This little one hasn't shed yet, but it's getting ready to. I can see the color starting to come through. These are gonna be some nice babies. Take this genetic stripe dunner out. Put that over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 over here. 9. So let me take this one out. 3. So it's gonna be 9 and 9, 18 babies total. This is another dunner. Again, thick tail base, nice legs, no toes curling. Nice head shape, no underbite, overbite. And that's gonna be it. But I like this little one right here. It's a little trans genetic stripe. This one is going through a shed. Looks like it's gonna be coloring up pretty nicely if you look at the tip of the nose versus the middle of the head. You can see that color starting to come in. And this is a translucent genetic stripe dunner. Cool looking dude. And we have a translucent 0. Leatherback dunner 0. Just went through shed. Still, no, it's just not going into a shed. Start peeling from right here. It's probably the biggest leatherback of the clutch, leatherback 0. There's no dunner in this one. So everything that's not visual in this clutch is 100% head hypo, 66% probable head 66% probable head 0 and translucent, and then 50% possible head whip blip. All the zeros in here are, if it's not a visual trans, they're 66% head trans, 100% head hypo. %100% head hypo, 66% probable head whip blip, and then 50% possible, no, 50% possible head whip blip. I forgot where I was at. All the visuals in here, they're not trans. All the visual zeros, they're not trans. They're 66% probable head whip blip, 100% head hypo, and 50% possible head. I keep saying the same thing. Got to gather my thoughts real fast. So I'm gonna just pick this guy up so I have a reference of what I'm talking about. This is a visual 0 leatherback. He's not translucent, so he's 66% probable head trans. He's 50% possible head whip blip and 100% head possible head whip blip. And these are zeros, and the mother was a genetic stripe. The zeros take away the pattern, so these can possibly be genetic stripes as well. So you could possibly produce genetic stripes from these non-striped animals. And then here goes my pick of the clutch straight out of the egg. which is a translucent leatherback dunner. And I'm going to talk about in every video that he's in, because I'm keeping this guy. So it is a boy. It's a translucent leatherback dunner, genetic stripe, 100% hypo, 66% probable head zero, 50% possible head width. He's trying to bite me. It's gonna be a nice specimen. You see that stripe go in the middle of the back, all the way through the tail, on the side, all the way through the tail. He's translucent, 100% hypo. He's a leatherback. He's a dunner. It's a killer animal, man. Hopefully in the next clutch I get more of those so I can offer some to you guys. But everything in this clutch had the potential to create some beautiful animals. As you can see, even some of the normal ones, the normal looking ones, are some good lookers. Has good structure. But this video is gonna come to an end soon. I just want to show you guys how I keep my babies and why I keep them the way I keep them. Most of all is to keep them clean and make it easy to clean, so it's not a headache to try to clean it. And that's to answer one of the subscribers' questions about how I keep the animal and why I keep them. And I'll continue to do that in other videos as I show different things. Like I said, I'm just trying out these pellets for these grow outs because again, it's easier to clean, but I don't have to take out the paper towel every day, and I'm keeping them individual like this, so I have more play to clean out the poop than I do when it's 10 plus babies in one tub, because they're gonna be pooping a lot, so it's easier to take out everything and throw it away. But when it's one, I can just clean up, this pretty much spot clean. Have these guys on pellets as well. Those are some more grow outs. That's a hybrid. That one over there is a hybrid. And then that's one of my reds. But yeah, once I get settled in, I'm looking for a new place. Once I get settled in, I'm going to be building more cages, so I have more of the cages like I showed you guys over there, and that'll be where I'll be growing my stuff out at versus the bins. The bins work fine, but until a certain age, they're close to almost time to jump out. Like they think I'm about to eat, they can almost jump out of here. Well, he ain't doing it right now, but usually when I have food, feed them, they be jumping up and they can pretty much jump out. But alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Comment down below any questions you may have. I'm pretty good at answering the questions in the comments. If you have any inquiries on buying anything, please email me. The link is in my description. If you want to know what I have available right now, I'm going to drop the camera, but I have most of the stuff listed on my website, so you guys can answer some of your own questions by going to the site to see what I have there. But again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Till the next video, have a good one.